Hello, thank you for navigating to Azure Update Management topic. My name is Hussain Ali and I am a certified Microsoft Cloud Architect, having experience in multiple Microsoft technologies like SharePoint Server, .NET, designing and architecting cloud solutions, and workload migration to cloud. Let us talk about Azure Update Management. It is a part of Azure Automation account to manage operating system updates for Windows and Linux virtual machines. These virtual machines can be from Azure Cloud, on-premises, physical, or from other cloud environments. It does not offer any patch rollback option, so we should have a separate rollback plan for critical servers. Update management can be used to schedule deployments to machines in multiple subscriptions in the same Active Directory tenant or across multiple tenants using Azure Lighthouse. With update management, we can quickly access the status of the available updates, schedule installation of required updates, and review deployment result to verify updates that applied successfully. By default, updates are downloaded directly from Intranet. However, we can also configure local update repository if outbound internet is blocked for client machines. Update management is a free service that means we have to only pay for log data stored in Azure Log Analytics. So let us discuss about how update management applies security updates to virtual machines. So basically, it is required to be created automation account first, and inside the automation account, we will configure the update management process. So you can see from this diagram, there's a one component also known as log analytics agent. So this agent generally installed inside the virtual machine once we enable update management for this particular machine. Or in other words, when we add virtual machine to the update management, we need to map a particular log analytics workspace with the Azure Automation account. And this mapping is available in the Microsoft official website. And this log workspace is basically a part of Azure Automation account. Before applying the updates to the VM, there are pre-steps and post-steps are already there. And there are two options to apply updates into the VM. The first option to download updates from directly from Internet or to set up a local repository and connect machines with that local repository. Let us talk about in detail in the level one. Let us first create Azure Automation account. Please choose the appropriate subscription and you can also choose the existing resource group or create the new one and provide the appropriate automation account name and choose the appropriate region. This region is really important in case of mapping from log analytics workspace, which we will be covering later. And click on review and click and then create it. It will take some time to create Azure Automation account. Yeah. Now go to the resource group. Now go to the Azure Automation account and click on update management. Now you can see the by default location for log analytics workspace location is East US 2. Okay. And this is the log analytics workspace subscription. Okay? And here the log analytics workspace to be chosen or we can also create. Let us create a log analytics workspace. So let us choose the same resource group or it can have in different resource group also. Let us choose a name. And by default, you can see the region is East US 2. Okay. If you choose a different location, then you will not have option to select log analytics workspace from the different location in the update management. I will show you in few minutes. So let us review and create. Let us create this. Parallelly, let us create another log analytics workspace in different region so that I can show you the mapping of Azure Automation account and log analytics workspace. Let us suppose we use the same resource group and we are choosing different locations. Let us review and create. Validation is successful. Let us create this. This is already created. Let us wait for creation of this log analytics workspace in West Europe region. Yeah, go to resource group. You can see here you have only one log analytics workspace. Let us review it. Let us refresh it. Yeah, so we have this one which is created in West Europe region, and this is created in East US region, and our Azure Automation account which is created in East US location. So as I have said that the mapping of log analytics workspace and Azure Automation account is based on the correct location. Okay, so let us go to automation account. Let us go to update management, and you can see by default log analytics workspace location is East US 2. And you can definitely see here that you will not be able to see the log analytics workspace that we have created in West Europe location. Okay, so this is the one that we have created in East US 2 location. Okay, let us enable it. Okay. Now it is mentioned that the update management solution was enabled. Please reset the menu item to open the solution. So yeah, just we need to refresh it and you can see the update management is ready to proceed further. Okay. Now you can see that from these levels at present, there are no machines available. That means machine 0, no missing updates, no deployment schedules, or nothing is mentioned under the history because we have not scheduled the update management, or we have not added Azure VMs or non-Azure VMs in as part of the update management process. So let us, okay, now I just wanted to tell you about what happened when we have mapped log analytics workspace with the, once we have enabled the update management with the log analytics workspace, it will basically add a solution of update management inside the Azure log analytics workspace. So let us go to the Azure log analytics workspace, and we can go to the solutions here, and you can see this updates LG automation account is now part of solution. Now you can see that this particular log analytics workspace is having one solution resource, but the other log analytics workspace, which we have not used for update management, will not have anything inside the solution. That means our Azure Log Analytics workspace is mapped with update management and it is ready to proceed further. Okay. Now again go to the Azure Automation account and go to update management. Now the next step to add Azure VMs or non-Azure VMs. In this demo, I am going to show you to add Azure VMs. So let us create 2 VMs and then we will add those VM here. Okay. So this virtual machine can be in different resource group, but let us suppose to use our existing Azure Automation resource group. Okay. Let us name it as Auto VM1 and let us choose the region East US and let us choose this is the Windows machine. Now provide the username and password Let us select the inbound port as the RDP3389 then go to the next section. As this is the lab environment, let us choose the standard STD and let us create. While it is creating, let us create another virtual machine using the same resource group. Let us choose different location, review and create. Let us wait for both the machines created. Now both the VMs are created. We have created VM1 and created VM2. Let us connect this VM using the RDP. Now let us go and check all the programs that are installed inside this servers. You can see that only 2 programs are installed by default. But once we will add this particular machine as part of the update management process, the Microsoft monitoring agent will also install. Okay, this is first point. The other point, by default, if the machine is connected to internet, it will get all the latest update patches, KB articles directly from Microsoft Update website. And this is done via one service known as Windows Update. Let me show you that particular service. See, this is that service which basically download and install the updates from Microsoft Update website for this Windows machine. Okay, this is one option when this machine is connected directly from internet and updates downloaded directly from internet to this machine, and based on the different setting, the updates generally installed inside the system. Now let's back to our Azure Update Management. So let us back to Azure Automation account and go to Update Management. Now I wanted to add Azure Virtual Machine in the Update Management. You can see we have the subscription and location and resource group for getting virtual machines from respected group. Okay. So let us see, this is our VM, which we have created in East US location and inside Automation RG resource group. This is, you can see that log analytics workspace name is this and Azure Automation account name is this. Okay. You can see the summary also, ready to enable only one. Already enabled because there is no machine is enabled yet. So it is mentioned 0. Okay. Let us enable this. As soon as we enable this machine or add this machine in the update management, MMA agent will install inside this virtual machine. This process will take some time because it parallelly installing MMA agent inside the virtual machine. Now Now virtual machine is added to update management. Let us see if the MMA agent is installed in the virtual machine or not. So Microsoft monitoring agent is installed, and this particular agent will fetch all the updates related details and will send it back to log analytics workspace, and log analytics workspace will send details to update management solution. Let us move to the second VM that we have created and let us connect. I want to show you that this VM does not have that MMA agent because this VM is not added yet in the update management. Let us go to the control panel and see the programs. See, this VM is not having that MMA agent because this VM is not part of the update management here. Okay, so you can see the VM name here. Okay, and another VM is, so VM1 is having MMA agent, but VM2 do not have, MMA agent. So, okay, let us add this VM also as part of the update management. So let us go to the update management. So let us go to the update management and add another VM. Now that VM, the another VM is from the West Europe location. Okay, let us enable it. It will take some time to install MMA agent in the VM2. So let us wait for that. Update management for VM2 is also enabled. Let us see if MMA agent is installed in the VM2. So yes, the MMA agent is installed in VM2 also. Let us go back to automation account, go back to update management. Now you can see that update management is enabled for both the VMs, but report is not enabled here yet for both the VMs. That means MMA agent is collecting the information from the VMs and then it will send that information to update management via log analytics workspace. You can see that it is mentioned that no machine currently appear assist. For the machine connected just recently, it might take few minutes to start reporting first data. The machine which are in the turn off state or in the stopped state do not report any data because the MMA agent do not collect any data and it then do not send the data to log analytics workspace. We can also click on this manage machines option, and this manage machine option generally provide one-time setup to enable virtual machine based on 3 different scenarios. The first scenario is enable on all available machines. So enables the update management solution on Azure and non-Azure machines currently reporting to the linked log analytics workspace. Okay. Then enable on all available and future machines. And this is enable on selected machines. So I'm not enabling it right now. Now let us go back to the log analytics workspace. I want to show you something. Go to the solutions. So basically, MMA agent has already sent data to log analytics workspace, and you can see this report. So you can see 2 computers assist. There are no critical updates are needed, no security updates are needed, no other updates are needed, and both the machines are up to date. Now let us go back to the Azure Automation account, go back to the update management, and you can see that the details are reflected inside the log analytics workspace under solution, but here report is only mentioned for the first VM. So it is clearly mentioned now this update management is reporting till now 1 machine, and for the compliance, it is yet to be assessed, and update agent is already ready to share the details. You can see the different information which will be here after log analytics workspace will share with the update management. So this is critical missing updates. This is security missing updates. This is other missing updates. This is update approval source, and this is Windows auto update settings. Okay. Let us suppose you have a lot of VMs that are registered under the update management, and you want to filter some of the machines based on different parameters. Parameter like this, compliant, non-compliant, or non-assist. Parameter like this, whether this is Azure or non-Azure machine, and parameter like this, whether the Linux, Windows, which type of machine. You can see that till now it is not reported any missing updates. Okay, let us refresh it. Let us refresh it. Let us pause for some times so that other machine also reported to update management. Now both the machines are reported inside the update management, but still the assessment is pending. It will take some time. So let us pause this video. Now assessment is completed for both the machines, and we can see both the machines are non-compliant, and there are security patches are missing, and also there are 3 other patches are also missing. We can also see the details here. These are the missing updates. We don't have we don't have we don't have any deployment schedule yet, so nothing is appear here, and nothing also appears inside the history. So this is the dashboard where we can clearly see how many machines are there, how many machines are compliant or non-compliant, critical updates, missing updates, and deployment details. We can also see the same information if we go inside the log analytics workspace. So if you go to the link workspace and go to workspace, you will see there is one solution here. You can click on this solution, and inside the summary, you can clearly see about the Windows update detail. So there are 2 security updates are required and 3 other updates. So this summary is actually available inside the log analytics workspace inside the solutions, and the same detail are also available inside the update management. So now the next part is to create a schedule so that these machines should be compliant with the relevant updates. Okay, so let us create a schedule. Let us create a name for this schedule. For now, I am taking it as test first schedule. And here you can see items to be updated. If you go here, you can create a dynamic group for all the machines which belongs to a particular mapping. So you can select a particular subscription or multiple subscription, then resources, then resource group, location and tag, then you can add it. So it is clearly mentioned that these are dynamic groups that are resolved at deployment time. You can preview the machine in the group now, but the final list of machine may change when the deployment starts. And a query of more than 1,000 machine is currently not supported and will fail the update deployments. So we can select for Azure as well as non-Azure. Okay, so let us not choose this one. Let us directly choose the machines. So let us click on this machines, and you will see these 2 machines are available. Click on it and click OK. Now, if you are checking update classification, here you can see different kind of updates available to be installed in the VMs. So these are different kind of updates, and these are the classifications. We can select or deselect as per our requirement. Let us, as it is all these 8 selected, and let us move further. This is also one of the interesting point that if you want a specific list of KBs that should be specifically added during the update time, or we can also exclude a specific KB that need to be skipped during the update deployment. I am not taking this for now and moving next. So let us plan a deployment at 3:35 p.m. and I am taking this time zone as the India time zone. And I am taking this as the only ones. Now, this is very important point, maintenance window. If you see this, it is mentioned that to set the maintenance window, the duration must be a minimum 30 minutes and less than 6 hours. Last 20 minutes of the maintenance window is dedicated for machine restart, and any remaining updates will not be started once this interval is reached. In progress update will finish being applied. Okay, so let us take this as minimum 30 minutes. Okay, now you can see there are a couple of different options. What happens when updates are installed? So we can choose any option: reboot if required, never reboot, always reboot, only reboot, will not install update. Okay, so let us as it is reboot if required, and then click create. While this is configuring, I just wanted to show you what exactly the current state of installed update in the machine. At present, there are only 3 updates are available in this VM, and similarly in this VM too. Now, after update management, install the required updates. We will check these 2 VMs again. What are the updates installed by the update management? Okay. So you can see schedule is already created. And as we have already created for this for 7:35 p.m., it is already 7:35 p.m. I believe the update will getting started. Now let us move some more interesting areas. You can see these are the 2 hybrid worker groups, and as many VMs we add in the update management, the number of hybrid worker groups also added. Like this is for VM1 and this is for VM2. If you click this one, you can see this is belong to VM1. Similarly, the other worker group is belong to other VM. Okay. Let us wait so that update getting started in the VM. Let us see if it is started. Click on jobs and let us see if jobs are started. So you can see there are 2 job created. You can see the job is running. Let us click on for VM1, and here we can also stop VM here. So let us wait to finish these jobs. Then we will see our VMs if the patches are installed or not. Okay. Yeah. Now all jobs are completed. That means our update management fired as per the right schedule timing, and it installed the updates. Let us go inside that VMs and see if the updates are newly updated or not. So yeah, you can see earlier there are only 3 updates are reported, but these are total 6 in both the machines. So let us move to update management. After jobs completed, both the VMs are compliant. And now we can see that 0 critical missing updates and security updates and other updates also. Now let us talk about some advanced concept about the update management. Let us talk about network and firewall planning. So before creation of Azure Automation account and update management configuration, we need to also think about network and firewall. So all VMs which are going to be part of update management solution must have access to below URLs over port 443. These URLs are then to download updates from Windows update sites. Below URLs needs to be accessible from source Windows VMs. So these URLs must be whitelisted in firewall also. Also, if we have any proxy server in our environment, then we might have to allow HTTP range requests to following URLs, as Windows updates uses WinHTTP with partial range requests to download updates. If there are red hot Linux VMs, then below IP addresses need to be whitelisted so that VMs can download updates from red hot update infrastructure. It is a practice to block outbound internet through NSG and firewall. So it is necessary to open outbound 443 connection to internet from our source VM network for the update management solution to work properly. Now let us suppose that the VMs which are going to be updated from update management do not have internet. So in this situation, we can also leverage Windows WSUS servers, where Windows WSUS server will have the connectivity from internet, and the client machines will connect this Windows server, WSUS server, to get the patch. Okay. For that, we need to plan and configure local repository. So if we want to deploy local patch repository like WSUS for Windows VM, we have to do some configurations. The first configuration is to change group policy. So group policy to be configured so that client VMs will contact the WSUS server instead of Windows update to download the updates. And this is the particular location where we need to update the Windows WSUS server and IP address. After changing the group policy, we need to go to client's VM and fire this GPU update command so that the group policy updates in the client VM also. These clients VM and WSUS server must be in domain network. To check the update source, we need to run below PS command. So after running this PS command, the value should be true for this particular variable. That means WSUS is now the update source for client VM. One more important point, network should be allowed in port 8530 and 8531 between WSUS server and WSUS client VMs. So this is all about the update management, the introduction, the lab implementation, and the advanced topic about the update management. Hope you enjoyed this learning, and this will help you in your upcoming implementation. If you have not subscribed my channel yet, kindly subscribe it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.